Hello guys, today is our first class of IELTS reading, so we can look into the basics of IELTS reading. We will be having 60 minutes to answer our 40 question. Each question carries 1 mark and we will be getting 3 passages, and in those 3 passages we will be getting different types of question and we have to answer them. As per IELTS officials, in that 3 passages we will be having around 2500 words, and if you are considering the question, we will be getting 500 words, and altogether we will have to read 3000 words. Are you thinking it's a big deal? No, never. It's really very simple. We will be reading around 50 words per minute, which is like driving a car in 20 km per hour speed. So then there will be a question. Is that very simple like that? But wait for a second. It's not just about how fast you read, it's more about how you read. Our task is not to read whole passage or whole question and just read everything. But what we have to do is we have to find answers. If we read whole passage and whole the 3 passage, we can't find answer, right? Yes. We can find answer only if we are reading in the correct method. We can just talk about IELTS reading and IELTS reading in general and academic. In general, we will be getting questions based on or passages to read based on newspapers, advertisement, handbooks, notices. But IELTS academic is based on newspapers, books, journals, magazines. So the difficulty level of academic is much more as compared to IELTS general. But the marking scheme is entirely different. So here, as you can see, even only if we are getting 40 marks in IELTS general, we will be getting the IELTS score of 9. But if we score around 39 to 40 in IELTS academic, we will be getting a band score of 9. So we can see the difference in marking scheme throughout. It's a model of the answer sheet we are going to write in. In one side of this question paper or answer sheet, we have to write the answers to our listening, and then the other side we will be writing answers to our reading question. And filling this blanks like our name and all that, the authority will inform us and we can fill that according to their instruction. Also, the most important thing to note here is we have to write every answers in capital letter, or else sometimes we won't remember to write our name or the starting letter to any name in capital letter. So then if we are doing so, then even if our answer is correct, the answer will be marked incorrect. So in order to escape from that situation, we can write every answers or every letter of every answer in capital letter. As I told you, there are different types of question, 11 different types, like multiple choice, true, false, not given. True, false, not given as basically it's a fact. But yes, no, not given questions are like the opinion of the writer. So if we are getting a question to write yes, no, not given, and we found the answer as no or the answer is incorrect, and if we wrote false in the place of no, but we will think that both the answers are correct or they are basically the same, but our answer will be marked incorrect. So you should read the question first. Then matching information, matching headlines. Like that, there are 11 different question types. Next, let's see how we have to read. Reading is basically 3 steps: speed reading or skimming, search reading, and carefully reading. Order of the question follows the order of the text. So here, as you can see in our example, most probably the answer to our first question will be in the beginning of the paragraph, and the next question, the answer to the next question will be surrounding to that or just below that. Then as the question proceeds, the answer will be below one another. Speed reading, which we also called as skimming, is to get the general meaning or general idea of that passage or that paragraph, whereas search reading is to find the keyword which we got from the question. We have to find that keyword in our passage. So we will skim and scan, and after scanning we will get our keyword in the passage. So our next step is to carefully read, and If we carefully read the surrounding area of our keyword, then we will get the correct answer to our question. So let's practice our skim, scan and careful reading with the help of an example. Here as you can see there is a question. It's a multiple choice question. And we have to find the best answer from the given options. So the question given is macadamia milk. And our keyword is macadamia in the question. So here first we will underline macadamia in the question and then we will search for this macadamia word in our passage which is given here. We should read from the starting of this passage itself, like from milk is not what it is used to be. From there we should read. We should not mix everything in our passage while we are reading, or we should not start from the ending or from the middle portion of the passage, but we should read from the beginning of the passage or from the paragraph. And here as we skim and scan for the word macadamia, we can spot it and we will mark that. And then our next step is carefully reading. The area surrounding macadamia is there are even lesser known milk type including pea, hemp and macadamia. So here our keyword is lesser known. So we have to underline lesser known. And then we can compare it with our options. Our first option is well known but it's given like lesser known. So we have to cut that because it's not our answer. Next option has negative environmental impact. There is nothing said about environmental impact, so we can cut that. Our next option is relatively obscure. The meaning of relatively obscure is lesser known, so it's our answer. And if we are not able to find the answer or the meaning to relatively obscure, then we can check our next option. Has many positive health benefit, but it's not. There is nothing said about positive health benefit, so we can cut that and we can find our answer as the C. If everything is so simple like this, then why I'm getting wrong answers? Are you thinking like this? And then your problem is you will be searching answers everywhere. So here as you can see in this slide, it's a demonstration which shows how an efficient reader reads during his exam. But this is something okay. But if we see the next slide, we can see it's a person who is not that efficient in reading. So as he reads the first question itself, he is searching for its answer in the last paragraph, or he's missed with the answer, or he will read everywhere. He's trying to get the answer from the whole passage itself. So because he don't know whether or where the answer is in, so he's searching for that answer everywhere. And it's the reason why we are not getting sufficient time. We will search for that answer everywhere because we don't know where we have to search or what we are searching for. When efficient readers read, they only read from left to right. Even in whatever stress situation they are in, exam conditions too, they will try or they will read only from left to right. They won't mix everything in the passage, or they won't try to read from the middle portion of the passage. They will read only from left to right. They will be having only minimal rereading, and if we are rereading, then it will be sometimes for processing the meaning or to get the idea. Also, they will memorize where in the passage they have to reread, or what is in the passage, what is in the paragraph, everything they will keep in their mind. Because they know everything or every step is important. Concentrate and focus on meaning. Even if we are doing skimming and scanning, we should try to collect as many informations as we have to collect from, or we have to gather from that passage. So even if we can't find the answer to our question which we are searching in that passage, but sometimes the answer to our next question or the answer in any other question type will be from that passage, so we can memorize that and we can save our time like that. So we should focus on the meaning, and you should try to collect as many information. Some critical reading tips. Remember that you have enough time. As we have seen earlier, we just want to read only 50 words in 1 minute. That's very simple. And also they are not telling us to read every nook and corner of the passage. So we just need to skim and scan throughout the passage. So we have enough and more time. Don't move your eyes all over the place. So, we are an efficient reader, then we will only read from left to right. Don't mix everything in the passage. If you can't find answer to a question, skip it and come back to it later or at the end. Then we should answer to every question. Don't miss any question. Then be relaxed. We can do a short recap. Answer the question carefully or read the question carefully, and it's a slow process. We should read that very carefully and try to understand it fully, and we have to underline the keyword. Next step, read or search for the right section of the text. Moderate speed, like it's a skim and scanning. And while skimming, we will collect the meaning of the passage and we will search for our keyword which we got from the question. And then we found the keyword, so a keyword in the passage. So then we will carefully read the surrounding areas of our keyword and we will get the answer.